going to go over how to do image trace an image in Illustrator through the image trace tool. The first thing you're going to want to do is click on File, Place, choose your image, click Place. Wherever you place it, wherever you click, it'll place the image. I'm going to bring it down here. I'm going to go to the zoom tool. I'm going to zoom in. You can also press the Z tool. And then I'm going to go back to my selection tool. And because I just want this image on the right side, on the left side, to be in this box on the right side, and I don't want all of these in there, I can crop it and then image trace it. So you go up to Object, Crop Image, and it's going to say cropping a linked file image embeds a copy of the original. The original file at the linked location is not affected. So you're not going to affect the original one that you had. You can grab these little tools on the top, bottom, right, and left and drag them to where you want it to be cropped. In the bottom, and then you're going to press enter and it has cropped your image. I'm going to bring it over here and then I'm going to go to image trace, which is right here. If it's not there, you can also go to object, image trace, make, and it has already done it, but you can also, it is not completed until you say expand. You can adjust the image. And there are several types of things you can do here. That is for another video. But if your image is light and you want to make it darker, you can bring it all the way up and it'll basically give it a second and it'll turn black. Or you can bring it all the way down, give it a second, and it'll turn white if there's nothing there, if it's not a very crisp, clean image. So you want to have it somewhere in the middle. It's thinking. Somewhere in the middle, because this is a nice clean image, it is not changing very much. So once you've made your decision, it's catching up because it takes, when you're image tracing, it does take a while for the computer to calculate all the points that it's looking for, because once you do this, it will become points instead of an image. And you can press expand when you're done and it will be completed. I'm going to close that file or that tool. And you can come up here into the direct selection tool, and as you can see all the points now on there that you can click and manipulate in the way you want it to. And there could be a file, more points underneath like this right here that you may have to delete if you want to change it. It does pick up on all the points, and it could have multiple layers in it that are gray to black. So if you're satisfied with that, you go over to the selection tool, click on the artboard. You can pull it over to your square, and then I'm just going to go over, have this in the middle. And in order to enlarge this, you could, what you do not want to do is you do not want to stretch it in any way. In order to keep it in the ratio that it's originally in, you want to hold down the shift key, the proper ratio, aspect ratio. Hold down the shift key while you're holding down the mouse and pulling at the same time. So basically you're going to click on, you're going to see these two little arrows going in or out. It's like, do you want to go in or out? Click on that, hold down the mouse, hold down the shift key, and you can pull it to one corner and then to the other corner. And there you'll have it where you want it. I'm going to do undo, Command Z, Command Z. You can also hold down the shift option and it'll stretch it, it'll bring it out at the correct aspect ratio from the center. So it's up to you how you want to do it. You can hold shift option to bring it out from the center, or you can just hold the shift key and pull one of the corners out to the size you like it. I hope that helped. And that's how you do image trace, and also crop an image before you image trace it, as well as how to increase the size of anything in Illustrator, holding down the Shift key and the Shift Option key.